welcome to your October 2016 tarot reading. My name is Nikki. I've already shuffled and meditated over the cards, and laid before you is your monthly spread. Okay, so before I begin, I'd like to say that this is a general reading and it is for your sun, your moon, and your rising. So if you're an Aquarius in any of those areas, this reading is for you. Also, if you would like a personal reading, something just for yourself, you can always visit my website. I will have that linked in the description below. I am having a fall sale at this time. It started September 1st and it will go on to December 1st. So be sure to check that out because that's over a 50% discount on the reading. So yeah, before I begin, I would also like to talk about something. I used to get a lot of views on my videos, and business was pretty good. But since Google Plus came into play, my views have went down considerably over the months, and you know, as a result, my business has too. So for those of you who are still getting readings, personal readings from me, I thank you. And I'm always happy to do them. But yeah, I've spruced up my Google Plus page. I have a couple of them. I'm not really sure why, but I'm afraid to delete anything. But yeah, I've tried to spruce them up and get my videos on there. I'm kind of new at it, not an expert on how all of that works. But I do know that it's very closely tied to YouTube. So, so yeah, feel free to share my videos on Google Plus and visit my Google Plus page, and perhaps that will help me out on the view front, because I can't even find my videos when I go search for them. So, so yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on, but perhaps that will help. Okay, I am using a focal card for the month of October like I did last month, and this focal card is from the Wisdom of Avalon. And for the month of October, you Aquarians got the butterfly. So, so yeah, I think that's a wonderful card, and on it, it says beauty. So for the month of October, I think that this is a time to look back, or I'm sorry, look on the things that are in front of you, and try to see the beautiful things in everything, because there's something beautiful in everything that we go through in life, and every situation, every person that we meet, there's something beautiful about them, something uniquely theirs. And this card is just a reminder to think about the positives, to keep our mind on lovely things, on lovely, nice, sweet things. And it's also a card about transformation and change. This is a card that is urging you to transform and to change and to become something very beautiful. And as I look at your cards for the month of October, I see that they seem to be talking about maybe one, maybe two situations, but it's pretty much isolated to one or two situations. And there needs to become a change needs to come about, and you may be a little resistant to that at this time. And perhaps this reading can help guide you to to do the right things that you need to do in your life. So for the first week, using the Gilded Tarot, you have the Five of Swords. And I've also noticed that I just did a reading for Pisces, and they got 3 major arcana cards just like yourself. So that's quite significant. But anyway, you have the Five of Swords, and this is a victory. This is a positive card, but it has a little bit of a negative undertone, because you have to ask yourself, what did I sacrifice to get this victory? So there's been some kind of battle that you've fought and you won. This could be a physical battle. This could be a mental battle. You know, it could be an emotional battle. But this is something that you have fought hard on. You have been very ambitious and stubborn about, and you finally got your way. But you know, there was a cost to getting what you wanted. There was a cost to winning, and you need to ask, you know, what did I sacrifice? Was it worth it? Am I happy with how things turned out? Because if not, you're going to have to try to backtrack and kind of make things okay. This is like somebody who is, this could be talking about being big-headed, having a big ego, you know, focusing on what you've done, all your accomplishments, kind of like tooting your own horn, and people are maybe annoyed by it. So be aware of that, and you know, maybe not toot your own horn so much in this first week of October, Aquarius. And if that isn't the case, you know, whatever the battle is that you have won, just, you know, ask yourself what it is that you had to sacrifice, and was it worth it? Hopefully it was, but if not, you might have to do some backtracking. Okay, so for the second week of October, you have the Magician in reverse. Now the rest of these cards are all in reverse. The Magician in its reverse position is manipulation. I use that word a lot with the Magician, even in its upright, but yeah, I can truly use it when it's in its reverse. Because the Magician uses all the elements around him, all his resources, and he makes things work the way he wants them to work. So, so yeah, this could be somebody else affecting you at this time. This could be like a shyster or somebody who's trying to pull the wool over your eyes, or get you to buy something or something like that. Manipulate you to think a certain way, or to do something in you know, in particular in this second week. Or this could be yourself. This card could be speaking about yourself. And if that is the case, then, you know, you have all these plans, all this potential, but things just aren't bending at your will at this time. Things are not going the way that you want them to. And that can be very frustrating. So you may feel some frustration in this second week. You may need to take a step back and remember to see the beauty in everything. And you know, ask yourself about timing, because this just may not be the right time for you to do what you want to do. Now, with the third week of October, you have the Star in reverse. Now, the Star is usually hope and inspiration and faith, but when it's in reverse, it's a lack of hope, a lack of inspiration, a lack of faith. And I feel like these two cards, the Magician and the Star, are very connected in the same situation. Even the third card, you have the Tower, and it's actually the fourth card. It's for the fourth week of October. You have the Tower in reverse. And for the fourth week, I feel that card is also directly connected. And the last three cards are most likely talking about one situation in particular. So, you know, in the second week, you may feel some frustration because things aren't panning out the way you would like them to pan out. Things may feel a little bit out of your control. It's like you're trying to control them, but it's just not working. You know, chaos is running amok. And then for the second week, you know, you're like, or I'm sorry, for the third week with the Star in reverse, you're losing your faith, you're losing your grounding and your your oomph for even trying to do whatever you were doing. You're starting to realize that this may not be good timing, and it's just perhaps bringing you down. And the last week of October with the Tower in reverse, this is, the Tower upright is all about, destruction and chaos. Something very strong and destructive happening in our lives to change and I guess wipe away old and bring in new. But when it's in reverse, it's like that change needs to happen, but you're resisting it. So, you know that something needs to happen. I don't know what the situation is in particular, but you're trying very hard to make it work, and it's not working. And something needs to be changed. Something needs to be torn down so you can build it back up. And I think you know this, Aquarius. You know what needs to happen, but you don't want to do it, because it may be painful. It may be difficult. It may require even more work to tear it down and build it back. So you are avoiding it, but this reading to me is like a warning, or it's like that push that you need to quit avoiding it. This change will be good for you. It will help you turn these last 3 cards upright, and yeah, you'll just be better off. So and we all have to go through it at times. We have to tear it down to build it back up even better, and that's what you need to do with this particular situation. I'm not sure exactly what it is in your life. I'm sure it's different for all of you, but yeah, this situation needs a fresh start, and some change needs to come about so you can transform into that butterfly that you have for your focal card. And yeah, so whatever change and transformation that you're resisting, you need to stop, and you need to go through it. It may be hard, it may be painful even, but it has to happen. Okay, so that is your reading in its entirety, Aquarius. I hope that you found it helpful. If you did, please push that like button. Share my videos on Google Plus or however that works, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because I do this every single month, and like always, I look forward to talking to you again next month. Bye-bye.